Hello again, folks, and welcome back. Let's play Pillars of Eternity. I'm your Game Master Darius. Last we left off, we had helped a dude escape from what was probably his death at the hands of the Dominals, and it kind of looks like someone wants to have a chat with them.
Ah, it's done then. Vetsano plays with fire and someone else always pays the price for it. Your charity is more than he deserves. Still, at least I don't have to deal with him anymore. For that, I'm grateful. Whether you intended to or not, you've done the Valian Republics a service today, ridding us of him. I work closely with the embassy to protect our interests, but lately I think our gaze has been too narrow. You clearly have pursuits of your own in the city, but I think we could help each other out, if you're interested in doing some work for us. Officially, I mean. We can go together and I'll introduce you to the ambassador.
Yeah, not right now. Anywho. Oh, hey. Making quite a name for yourself with the Dominoes. Pity that it isn't the kind of impression you want to make. What makes you think that this is a smart idea, Mr. Dominal Thug? I truly need to know what made you think that this is a smart idea for you. Ah, yes. I'll go to these individuals that had wrecked some of the shits of our higher-up individuals. This is a smart idea. Well, at least I made a few ducats. Where am I going? Actually, I did want to check out a thing with the Salty Mast because there was a little bit more that I could have possibly done for that supply and demand quest. So I'm gonna see if I can't I don't know, that back going. Yeah.
Traveler.
Oh, damn. I might be out of time to do it. Tell her that you're taking care of the problem and I get my reward that completes the quest. Yeah. I could have intellected or intimidated her, or convinced or intimidated her into lowering her prices. That completes the quest. And then my other option would have been to talk to her about her prices, to lower them, about lowering the prices of bitter squash. And that's apparently a roundabout way to solve this and gain major positive reputation. Which, okay. Which it would have been fine as well. But there's also littler things like, if I had done that one, I would have also gotten more favor with the dozen. Just for an example. Your nobility. I was just looking for a particular... Yep. This is indeed a brothel. Special lounges for members only. Alright. I was mostly just seeing if I couldn't have a chit chat with a particular individual that I see in the walkthrough shit. Damn it.
Hey there.
Mixed metal clothing, though. That imply... You know what? It's fine. Oh. Can't get through there to talk to the... Okay. I'm going to assume most of the other individuals that are dancing are those that work with the brothel. Pretty safe bet, I think. Drunkards, nobles, brothel guard. F. Yeah, I don't think that there's much else we can really do here. Unless I can walk through here. Yep. Three potions.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
The fangs. Alright. Let's go to the sanitarium. Was that in Brackenbury? Where was the sanitarium? I will not lie, I have no clue where the sanitarium actually is. Oh yeah, so apparently that whole being a terror to the Dominell house has something coming from it, because freaking thugs were coming after me. Always fun. Probably could have a rest somewhere. Back to the freaking copper lane. Where was the sanitarium? Why did I come to the copper lane if I wasn't 100% sure that where the sanitarium is? There's the dormitory. Dallas house. Quick save really quick. More than likely we're about to head into a yet another was the first fires? About to head into another day, which means that we're likely going to be pushing close to when the hell whatever fight is going on at our house is gonna happen. Call Palace. An industry. Not sure exactly why the hell I thought that. This, of all places, was going to be where I needed to be. Middle of the night. I've not even gone into half of these freaking buildings either. To do what? I don't know. Something. 15 more minutes. Because, like, I could very much have gone through the first fires, through all these other places. Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, but this district's closed by orders of the Duke himself. Isla sent me. I'm looking into the missing guards. But you're the one she sent word about. I see you up and down. I was expecting her to send in a whole squad of justiciars. Not that I'm volunteering, mind you. I'll have the gate opened immediately. Just watch your step. I'm afraid we can't send anyone after you if this goes badly. Heard or seen anything unusual? Friend, I try to see and hear as little as possible. One of the women on the last watch said she had heard someone shouting from the northeast part of the district. Something that sounded like an order, but I don't see how anyone could survive in there. Once or twice I've caught a glimpse of something moving on the other side of the gate. I'd just as soon forget it. Any ideas what happened? None. I've no desire to find out, if you catch my meaning. The ones that disappeared weren't the deserting type. Worst part is, both times the watch disappeared, the next rotation found the gate unlocked. I don't know whether they went in or whether something got out, but if it's the latter, refugees are going to be the least of our problems. Right, I forgot about the whole disappearing dudes thing. Was it Brackenbury? I just want to finish this one freaking sanitarium thing. Head back to my house. Finish a couple other things there. There's the sanitarium. What are you named?
Gods keep you.
A woman stands in the shade of a garden, muttering to herself. She's fixated on the pages of a large and well-worn tome, seemingly oblivious to the blooming flowers and cool, fragrant breeze. She only looks up when your shadow crosses her page. You mind? I'm rather busy. Wait, was it Nadine? Nadine. I don't know who you're talking about, but I work with theories, not rocks and potsherds. Anything else? Alright. Wonder if I should bother her more.
Hail and well met.
I'm studying soul attachment. We all know that souls move into people at birth and out of them at death, but we still have a lot of questions about what makes them stick, so to speak. What do you mean making them stick? Souls power bodies and give their tissues life, but only when they're firmly attached. It's separation that leads to the whole spat of soul-related ailments, including the Hollowborn. But if we understood how to reattach souls, we could end Wadeawin's legacy, maybe even conquer death. That's the theory, anyway. Unfortunately, I don't have all the research I need to put it into practice. What exactly do you need? There's a manuscript called the Theorems of Pangram. Contains research from Pangram's and experiments on detached souls. The Halls of the Revealed Mysteries is rumored to have a copy in the Elder Archives. The theorems could advance my research by leaps and bounds, but Grimda, the High Archivist, worships whale, which means she has some paradoxical views on sharing and restricting knowledge. Since she's not exactly a proponent of animancy, she tends to restrict the kinds of information that would be useful to me. Maybe she can be persuaded. You're welcome to try, but you wouldn't be the first. Look at me spilling my troubles. It's kind of you to listen, but I should really get back to my work. Oh. Right. I forgot that I had that book. So, you'll never believe what I found. You, Lady of Lament, we really found it. He cradles the musty tome like a newborn. Can't believe it really exists. Thank you so much. This will be invaluable. She almost turns to the book, but at the last moment she remembers herself and gives you a bag of coins. Damn. 500 coins? Okay. That all? Ah, of course. It may not look like much, but I've been able to use this ring to generate a little extra money when I was between stipends. Critical for someone doing research without the benefit of a wealthy patron. Smiles weakly and hands it to you. Please, take it. You've certainly given me a research I couldn't have found on my own. Eternal funding. Questions about the theorems, such as... Tell me about the theorems. Pangram was an animancer working in the Deerwood. He had some interesting theories about essence and some rather innovative techniques for studying it. He was able to reattach souls to bodies after death, although he wasn't able to prevent his patients from degenerating. He was controversial, to say the least, but many are starting to realize that he was merely ahead of his time. What do you mean by degenerating? Well, there seems to be a tiny problem with reattaching the souls after death. The bodies will animate and may even retain memories and personality, but they develop a hunger for flesh, living, soul-infused flesh. Without it, they start to evolve, decaying mentally and physically. If the process goes too far, which it eventually does, they become mindless corpses attacking anything that moves. We haven't figured out a way to avoid that. Yeah, no, that sounds like necromancy. Nonsense! Necromancy is magic. This is science. Alright, this is where basically any character with half a mind would wind up their backhand. just at that sentence alone. Necromancy is magic. This is science. Science that involves raising people from the dead. Which is in itself, regardless of if you believe it's science or magic, should be called necromancy, but okay. Why doesn't Grimda lend you the books you need? Paul's Revered Mysteries is rather protective of its books, especially the rarer ones, and Grimda in particular. He hates animancy, thinks it's dangerous. I don't see how you can run the greatest library in Deerwood and be so adverse to the spread of knowledge and research. I've never understood these religious types. What about the halls of the revered mysteries? You'll find it in the Copper Lane district. It's dedicated to the god of secrets and revelations. Most importantly, it houses the largest and most expensive library in Deerwood. The Elder Archives? Elder Archives hold the rarest, most arcane, and most powerful texts in the Deerwood. Think of it as the inner sanctum of the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Needless to say, you need Grimda's permission to enter. I'm an animator at the Sanitarium. Currently, I'm researching matters related to Waidwind's curse. Legacy. Same difference at this point. Waidwind's legacy refers to the rise in Hollowborn children in the Deerwood in recent years. Some have also connected it to so-called Beowicks that blow through Irglafen. There's hardly any reliable data on those though, so I can't really comment. I don't much care for the term Waidwind's legacy. It reeks of superstition, but it's too prevalent to change at this point. Personally, I'd like to see people take a more methodical approach to these matters rather than throwing up their hands and blaming the gods. Don't think Deerwoodings would see too much fun in that. Alright. Yep, that one's done. I didn't necessarily mean to finish that one. I didn't even know that that's the person I had to talk to for that one. I was still just trying to figure out who the hell I had to throw these rod pieces at. Was Vernum, right? Da-da-da. Saints War. Nope. That's the deers. Form. Wait, what? Was it Verna? I mean, if it was, I can't talk to her. Our midday answer. When booked, I'm 100% going to sell later. With that one. Give it that one. That one. This man's soul was torn asunder by a Bewick. As you can see, the patient is unresponsive, common after soul trauma. The Mancer places a small stone upon the patient's forehead. A portion of his soul was recovered near his body. Use this stone as a vessel for transfer. Can you hear me, Osprey? Patient's eyes slowly open before a panicked, wild expression washes over him. Fortunately, the extended disassociation has permanent side effect. He was more agitated, grunting and moaning as he tugs at his bonds. Further research, we're confident that we'll be able to rehabilitate patients like Osmond. Ed Warden... what? Nuns.
Greetings.
Elderly woman peruses the shelves with a quickness and an energy that belie her age. I'm afraid I don't practice anymore, child. Too busy with my research. What do you do here? I'm an animancer. Used to venture on all kinds of underfunded and ill-fated trips out of the expedition hall when I was young, but lately I found research better suited to my current pace. Speaker regards you with bright, intelligent eyes. Can I help you with something else? I'd like to know more about the Sanitarium. It's the official center of animancy in Defiance Bay, founded in 2729. Before you get saucy, no, I wasn't around at the time. It was built to treat ailments of the mind and soul, important sort of place to have in a growing city, and its construction marked the end of the animancy slowdown that followed the Bale Reach accident. Sorry, I'm a little bit concerned about the spelling of Bale here, considering demon lords and whatnot. Just saying. A terrible setback for the discipline. A researcher working outside of the Bale Marsh shattered the souls of a dozen volunteers. Of course, we'll never know exactly what went wrong before the mob tore him to pieces. Mishap bears some of the blame for the slower pace of research in the 2.5 decades that followed, but it also helped concentrate practicing animancers here in Defiance Bay. So, Imadel sent me, said you'd be interested in the scepter. That chatty old fishwife's been blabbing about me, I see. Never trust your secrets to a man with so much salt in his beard. Anyways, let's see what you got. Nans examines the scepter, her eyes hooded by a crinkled flesh. Adol told you true, I'll buy this. Unfortunately, a broken scepter isn't as valuable as he may have led you to believe. Feels like glanced at her face, but her fingers tighten around the piece in her hands. I'll take it off of you for 500. I'm a little too excited. What aren't you telling me? Corners of her mouth twitch upward. Sharper than a metal, I see. Truth is, I could repair the scepter. She runs her fingers along the patterned pieces. It's broken, sure enough, but the pieces to get themselves are in good condition. Making it whole again is a matter of alchemy. Expensive alchemy. I've got to soak the broken ends in a fiend's blood compound to reconnect them. Never mind the embalming work to restore the enchantments. I could do it to the tune of 1,800 pounds. Oh, and she'll just give me the scepter? Do I want it? Do I know what the scepter does? No, I don't. It's only 1,800. I expect you'll want to watch and see that your money's put to... Better get comfortable then. She lays out an array of potions, powders, and other obscure ingredients on her desk. For what feels like hours, she returns to the main hall with you and presents the scepter. Looking at it, you never know what had been broken in the first place. This'll be the finest work that I've ever done, if I may say so, and thank you for giving me the opportunity. Examining the piece like this, that is a dream come true for someone in my field. Take good care of it. Within Scepter. Oh, right. Oh, I never looked at this. What? What? Plain gold band seems to contain a power that belies its simple appearance. It's been passed between animancers, wizards, and other scholars for centuries because it provides a steady income to the wearer, allowing him or her to pursue research interests without being tied to a particular patron. What? Alright, so here's the scepter. Restored from fragments you found at Andra's gift, the shaft is covered with invocations and the opal finial is inscribed with runes. Plus 20 attack speed. God damn. Hey, hold up. Would that be best with you? 20... but this one's also got that shock shit and the jolting touch. And the additional damage to anyone. Less damage. It's fine and it's got speed. That's pretty much its benefits. Curse. But that's another quest done. Okay, you're named, but you don't have anything for me to do. Painting of roiling forests, land smoothing effect. Alright, quick bout around the place, and I gotta head back to my home and deal with roving bands of marauders, apparently. Now, this place is actually shadowed. Hello.
Hello.
Woman paces back and forth, her feet crunching on the soft red carpet. Gestures and mumbles to herself, shaking her head as she pores over pages of notes. She almost walks into you. Excuse, here I am looking so hard for answers in my research that I do not see the kith standing in front of me. What can I do? What do you do here? According to my research grant, I study awakenings. Subliminating pre-awakened souls has been one of Animancy's greatest successes. I'm working on a method to replicate the process on awakened souls. But the truth is that I find few suitable subjects here. Waywind's legacy has left plenty of awakened souls, but most are too broken for study. I fear I will return to Rivua with nothing to show for my efforts. This feels like a dangerous thing to tell someone. I've awakened. I've been recalling flashes of a past life. Most interesting, but not the kind of awakening I can study, I'm afraid. I need someone whose awakened soul can be triggered with predictable stimuli. Souls such as these tend to manifest as alternate personas in the host, but I thank you for the offer. Alright. She's named, so I might have to come back to her at another point. Leave that alone for a second. Nanomancer scribbles feverishly on a parchment scroll while his free hand dances through the air, counting off unseen objects. His lips move in silent discourse. Your shadow falls over a scroll. He looks up to you with mingled perplexity and irritation.
Hey, traveler.
Can I help you? What are you working on? My area of focus is wicts. More specifically, how to cure them. What's a wict? Hollowborn who received a transplanted animal soul during infancy. One of the Animancy's early efforts to cure the legacy, if not a successful one. They show signs of developmental abnormalities throughout their childhood, but when they reach adolescence, they become aggressive, feral, but still victims in need of a cure. That seems like an odd solution. We Animancers were trying to do something about the crisis, better than letting it swallow a generation of children. And despite the controversy, it only went so far because at first it seemed to work. People called it the salvation. Children that had never been responsive to any kind of stimuli suddenly seemed aware of their surroundings, of their families. Complications don't begin until puberty, but that's when the incompatibilities between body and soul take shape. Children become violent, ravenous. But we paid dearly for our mistake, I promise you. Angry mods hunted down Animancers and burned down their homes, with them still inside, often as not. A grotesque manipulation, a desperate solution for a desperate problem. The parents were heartbroken, betrayed. But it was important to try something, was it not? To bring hope, even for a little while. People took to calling it the cruel salvation, and many still loathe us for it. But we wanted to stop the legacy as much as anyone did. The public begged for our help, and we did the best we could. I still don't know if that absolves us. Why do you study wicts? What kind of question is that? Just think of all the families that could be healed, the lives that could be restored. What could be more important? Animacy has an answer here, I know it. It's simply a matter of working it out. Such pain, Watcher, and such determination. You can be quick about it and don't touch anything. Sanitarium has a lax visitor policy, but I don't. See, now I'm a little bit more inclined to double check this chest. Seemed to contain something important, if only by virtue of its size, and maybe the fact that it has skulls with wings on it, like the bison logo. Lack of dust on the trunk surface and the long scratches on the tile flooring suggest the trunk is frequently used and moved throughout the laboratory despite its considerable size. Deep, yet narrow gouges score the wood at the edges of the trunk. They look like claw marks. Heavy lock holds the trunk shut. It's too sturdy to break and the mechanism looks too complicated to pick. You'll need to find the key. Okay then. Now, if he is so...
Let's keep quiet.
I'm a little confused here. There we go. Now... Oh. Alright. Much for stealth mechanics. And nothing of use. Unlocked with proper key. How about this door? Darn it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was hoping to get into that chest. Not for any particular reason, but, you know, closed chest is an invitation of sorts. Alright. Unless you want to bet, though, that I've definitely screwed something up by giving that gal the, book. Like, it was an important book. And I was like, here you go. Which is like, boy howdy. Seems like a problem that's...
Hail and well met.
Alright. 22 hours, 27 minutes. Cool. This will give us plenty of time to... I'd say consider what it is that the dude wants, but I'm not even sure what the dude wants. We'll have a quick bout with the dudes and dudettes that are trying to kill my place for reasons. I still need to go back to the first fires.
Not as beautiful as the Anguithan ruins near my home, but your fortress is impressive in its own little way.
Thanks, I guess. Oh yeah. Build. That's everything. All things are built. Alright then. No. Here we go. Manual resolve. Mercenaries in my abode. Well, I shall see to it that they don't breathe another breath upon my land. Oh my, kind of sounds like someone was getting melted. There we go. Is that one dead? And I know that we have a nice place, but y'all really couldn't just go doing your own thing somewhere else? Wait, why can I talk with this guy in the middle of combat?
Show him how it's done!
Old Pact Paladin. Damn it. I want to loot the bodies. Clearly gotta have something of value on them. Loading.
Stones and the spirits in this place have begun to heal.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, just gonna do the thing with the dude and probably call it an episode. I say probably. I mean, definitely calling it an episode. Greetings, Lord Talos. May we speak? A moment after I've saved. Alright, so what is your story? I've been tasked with meeting with representatives from the Fisher Crane tribe near Thin Bog. It's my hope to come to peaceful terms. Unfortunately, I haven't had much practice with the Glenfathan language, and the Fisher Crane are, by nature, very reclusive. I fear the circumstances are ripe for misunderstanding. You yourself, I hear, have had some dealings with the Glenfathans. I welcome any assistance or advice you may offer. Did I have someone escort you? If I see to it, is that me seeing to it? I'll see to it you have a safe passage through Ir Glenfast. Not that I have any doubt of your considerable resources, but how, my lord? I've not been to Twin Elms. Damn it. Am I supposed to be able to get to Twin Elms at this point? I feel like that's something I'm going to have to look up between episodes. Coin to purchase gun. I'll have someone escort you. Bravius is Glenfath, and his knowledge of the region should be helpful. Thank you, my lord. 6 days. I mean, sure, I got other people that I could temporarily replace him with, but 6 days? Man. Man.
Following your lead.
Also, do I still have to level you up? Yes, I do. I also have to give you the experience that the rest of the party has. But I'm going to go ahead, save, and call an episode here. When we return, I'm not entirely certain. I guess we got to go into the area known as the First Fires there and be all like, hey, what's going on here? And see what mini quests and the like going to get in the process. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying playing it. And as always, I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.